Hey, this is a small breakdown of how I assembled particular aspects of my project, which is mostly special effects which are done in After Effects, and a couple of extra things. First up, we have the hologram. The final example can be seen at the top right. This took a lot more time than I thought it would. This technique required the use of a saber preset, which adds a glow around the edge. This needs to be masked around so to make sure the glow doesn't spread too far from the project. Each layer needs an effect as well as another layer to outline the effect. The use of positional keyframing allows the text to appear off and on screen, and with the use of motion blur to make it look a bit more realistic. So the two clips that are playing is making the circles for the hand that's going to be on top of the screen, and the other one is masking the screen. The circles have to match up correctly with the position of the hand, and the masking needs to make sure that it doesn't appear on top of the actual screen. And here are some examples of when I create an asset with a black background as well. Motion tracking is the key element to the project. Using the camera track tool on the bottom right, I'm able to track specific positions and select an object in the video that it wants to follow. There's also multiple techniques like with using Mocha AE and other tracking techniques that I've used, but to show it off, this is using the tracking camera. And here are some examples. This side face was using Mocha AE, as Mocha AE is allowed to select a certain area of the face, and that using the tracking camera. The next effect is to create an effect over a selected area. Because the layer is moving, it will be difficult to mask it out. With the roto brush tool, it is able to select an area that moves and follows it. However, the masking is not perfect, so each frame needs to be gone over and masked. To apply the effect of static, you need to have a displacement map and an adjustment layer, so you can tie the adjustment layer with the displacement map, shove it on top with the static layer and your individual layer. So then the static effect can have a direct impact on one layer only. Here are a few times where I use the roto brush tool and apply effect directly over the layer. So here I'm using the same effect with using the roto brush tool, but masking out so I can apply something in the background, not so much on the exact object. So with this background, I'm able to clone myself, create the effect to clone myself, which is basically a trick on the eye, and this is how it looks. I also used 3D in my project. With very basic knowledge, I'm able to understand the concept of keyframing and apply specific positions and actions to it to create some kind of movement. With the help of tutorials and classmates, I was able to create an object and animate it. It was my lack of knowledge, it was a very time-consuming process, but it was still completed. This process required cloning of multiple cubes to follow a sphere shape, and then using a technique which multiplies and expands it when it goes through. as it will be shown here. Here's just some footage of us recording audio. This is for our project.
Raise the question, will you be able to find us?
The final stages of our project was composing it together. It was to make sure that the sound and the clips were in sync, and having music together, the backing track, and everything finalized. And that's basically my project. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoy my project beta.